Coach Martinez is coming out now to actually talk to Soder. Maybe a pitching change. And it looks like that's going to be the night for Zach Soder. So after making it into the 7th inning, we'll step aside as it looks like Peter Joseph is going to be the new man on the mound. Peter Joseph, new man on the mound for the Saltcats, the side armor, the righty, replacing Zach Soder. He goes against Brian Hart. First pitch from him is in there for a strike. Soder had a pretty good night, Matt.
Yeah, so they're going 6 2/3, had 5 Ks, only 2 walks. They give up 7 hits. And he's responsible for that runner at first base, but if he is held without scoring, he would have given up none runs.
Big swing and a miss from Hart. 1-2. Classified Joseph is not really a strikeout guy, but lately he's proving us wrong. He's got a couple of them in his most recent appearance. 1-2 now the count to Hart, the pitch. Went swinging and he chased it. Peter Joseph comes in, does his job, and the Saltcats get the strikeout to get out of the inning, or the top of the inning rather. They'll come back to the bottom half of the 7th inning to get their chances at the plate. Fans of Saltcast want to thank some of their sponsors for the 2018 season. Sponsors include Pat's Automotive, full-service ASE-certified automotive repair. In part by West Point Homes, modular home builders. By Philip E. Pelizzari, CPA. By Road Sprinkler Fitters, Local Union 669, Union Sprinkler Fitters. In part by Solvay Bank. And in part by Sports Engine Website Technology. New pitcher for the Flames, it's Jimmy Flahive. Matt, is a .83 ERA good?
It's all right. I've seen a little better, but I think it's pretty good.
How about in 21.2 innings pitched? Does that make it an even better stat?
I think that's a little bit more impressive, yeah.
Well, those are the stats for Jimmy Flahive. He's got 1 win, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, only 11 hits coming into tonight. As you mentioned, that's a league-leading ERA. They counter side armor with side armor. We saw Peter Joseph come in and quickly strike out Hart to end the inning, and now Flahive, side armor facing Dylan Nolan. First pitch from him was a ball. It's a strike. Matt, you wouldn't really classify that as submarine quite, would you?
No, I don't think so. I think that's sort of from the side, as you said, really a side armor. Sort of similar to Peter Joseph.
Bit too high. 2-1.
Definitely a tougher look from the left side, though. And his 1 win is coming against the Syracuse Saltcats. It's the only time they've seen him this season, going 3 innings. But that's his second longest outing of the season, so definitely seems like a 1-inning type guy.
Consistently pitches about 1 or 2 innings. As Nolan pops a foul. Last 3 appearances went about 1 inning. Like you said, the Saltcats saw him once before on the 24th, where he had the win, going 3 innings. Three-two to Nolan is high, and that's going to walk him. So leadoff hitter is aboard after the walk, and now Adam Holland. Adam Holland's had a pretty successful day. Reaching base, I believe every time. Nolan, decent lead at first. Holland fouls it back. For the 0-1, check on Nolan. Got some fireworks going off in center field, and I mean literal fireworks. Maybe people didn't get everything out on the 4th of July. A little late, though. We're on the 7th now. Usually we see fireworks from the Syracuse Chiefs off to our left over the left field fence. So Adam Holland tried to square the throw to Nolan. He's safe. So Nolan was stealing second. Pitch was a strike, and then Nolan ended up going feet first into the slide that got underneath O'Connor. So Nolan is aboard second base. And 2 strikes now to Adam Holland.
Yeah, really big hesitation from Nolan there. Surprised he was able to get in safely.
3-0 lead now for the Saltcats in this bottom of the 7th inning. Adam Holland, that's a base hit into right field. Dylan Nolan being held up at third. Adam Holland going to second base. The throw in came to the catcher, and Adam Holland wisely continued on to second, and there was no throw. Now Xander Ferlenda with Dylan Nolan 90 feet away, Adam Holland at second base. Infield completely in. Ferlenda singled and had 2 RBIs back in the 5th. Scored the same 2 men. First pitch to him is just a bit too high. Ferlenda can get the RBI here. You got to think that will raise Flahive's impressive .83 ERA. Not the best with math, but I think that's how it works.
I think that'd be the way it works too, especially with only no outs here. Saltcats really looking to sort of pad this lead.
That 3-0 lead right now for the Saltcats as we enter the latter stages of this game. 2-0 count to Ferlenda. No outs. Big swing and a miss. Ferlenda looked like he was going for the fences on that one. 2-1 now the count. That pitch was close. 3-1 now to Xander Ferlenda as it was just too far inside. And now a great chance as you've got to think Flahive will want to put this one over the plate to avoid walking Xander Ferlenda and making the bases loaded for Sean Lawler. No outs and 3-1 to Ferlenda. Swing and a miss. That's going to be 3-2 now. Ferlenda just a bit under it looked like.
Yeah, Ferlenda's 2 strikes coming both on swings, one on a 2-0 pitch and the other on a 3-1. Definitely letting that swing go. Seeing the pitches that he likes and really trying to get a hold of one here.
Count is full to Xander Ferlenda. 3-2 pitch, fouls it back. We'll do it again with 3-2. Pitch from Flahive. Way inside, that's going to walk Xander Ferlenda, and the bases are now loaded for Sean Lawler. Nowhere to put Sean Lawler with no outs. Arguably the Flames' best pitcher. Saltcats getting to him here. Sean Lawler, big swing and a miss. Still 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Saltcats on top. After scoring 2 runs in the 5th. Lawler didn't offer at that outside pitch, 1-1. The 1-1 looked like it was a nice frame, and that was a strike, 1-2. One, two. Sean Lawler pops it up. Foul ground past third base. And that's caught. Brian Hart with the catch. First out of the inning. And we've got a pinch hitter. It's Chris Anderson for Drew Patterson. Surprising move. Patterson was not having his best night tonight. But with the bases loaded, Chris Anderson, he comes in towards the bottom of the team in terms of batting average, only 122 on the season. And before this happens, Flayhive is going to come out of the game. So we're going to have a pitching change. It looks like their closer, Keon Taylor, is coming in. But we'll come back after our short break and tell you the pitching change as it's gone down. New pitcher of the Flames is Keon Taylor. 2.31 ERA and 11.2 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts. Generally, what we've seen from Taylor is in a closer role, but don't think that's what this is. Unless the Flames know that this is a 7-inning game and we don't. But he comes in with runners at every base, and Chris Anderson, and also from Nichols College, is pinch hitter for Drew Patterson. So I was saying before, it'd be a curious situation to have Anderson in. He does get a lot of fly ball outs, however, and that could score another run from third base, that being Dylan Nolan. Check swing, he did go around, is now 0-2 to Chris Anderson.
It seems like Taylor's another guy in this Flames bullpen they can rely on. And judging by the fact that Flayhive didn't have it tonight, they can make a move to a guy that they rely on to try to keep this game only a 3-run lead.
Could be that. Taylor, inside pitch, and Chris Anderson. I'm good, thanks. 1-2. No offer. Count even at 2-2. Fireworks still going off in center field. Saltcats will want to have some of their own if they can beat the Flames here and snap this 4-game losing streak. Currently on pace to do so with a 3-0 lead. Trying to pad that lead with runners at every base. Dylan Nolan 90 feet away. Pitch to Anderson on the 2-2. He's going to ground that to third. Charging in. The throw home is going to be in time. So they cut down the lead run. Chris Anderson reaches on the fielder's choice. And now the bases are loaded for Taylor Fajardo. So with Nolan gunned down at the plate, 2 outs, and Taylor Fardo, he grounded out to the third baseman back in the 5th. With a similar situation with runners at every base. Had that home run earlier in the game. Inside. 1-0 now, the count. Fardo can reach. Christian Nakari would be next. The 1-0. That's a hard grounder over to the second baseman. He'll flip to second for that final out of the inning. So we've played 7. The Saltcats cannot extend their 3-0 lead. We'll head to the top of the 8th, still with the Saltcats on top. Peter Joseph back on the mound for this top of the 8th inning. First man he's going to face here is going to be Colin Matthews. He struck out Brian Hart in his entrance into this game last half inning. First pitch from him, inside for a strike. Matthews leaned back, but that was good over the inside corner. Next pitch is a strike as well. Matthews checked his swing, good anyway. Joseph has him down 0-2. The pitch, it's going to be grounded foul. That was close. Matt, I guess with the field umpire over at first base, the home plate umpire has the final decision over to balls that are very close, bouncing over that bag at third base.
Yeah, he definitely gets the last call there and didn't really make any motion with his hands. Must have just yelled foul ball down there on the field.
Joseph rings him up on the outside corner. Make another strikeout for Peter Joseph, the second in a row, as he gets Colin Matthews to lead off this top of the 8th inning. Great pitch from Joseph. Was working inside, went back out, and got the K. It's one down, and it's Mike Steffen who sees pitch number 1 fall in for strike number 1. The 0-1 popped him up. Nakari and Nolan giving chase. Nakari can't make the play. It hit off his glove. Looked like he had it. brought it down about chest level, and he dropped it. So with 0-2 now to Stefan, he's still alive after what would have been out number 2.
Yeah, usually when you see a fielder kind of bring his hands down like that, it's because he doesn't really have complete control of it in the air.
One, two now. Joseph works inside. Nolan still holding the frame, but they didn't get the call. 2-2.
Joseph definitely thought he had that strikeout there.
Joseph now. Peterson on deck. Excuse me. It's Stefan now. Peterson on deck as Stefan sends it again foul, but that's going to be out of play. Grounder to Ferlenda at second base. He handles it. Throw on a minor, and that's going to be out number 2. So even though Nakari misplayed it, they get the out with Stefan and now Trace Peterson. First pitch to him, outside corner, strike 1. Peter Joseph has been nothing short of spectacular here in his appearance, relieving Zach Soder. That pitch lifted high in the air, left field. Looked like Lawler had trouble finding it, but he did recover to make the catch. And that's going to do it for the inning. Top half of the innings, Saw Cats coming back for the bottom, where they're still up 3-0. Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th inning. Christian Nakar is going to lead things off. Some really stellar work from Peter Joseph in relief for the Saltcats. What did you see out of him in that last inning?
You know, he definitely takes advantage of that sidearm delivery and does a good job of throwing strikes. Really got a nice sweeping slider from that right side and really sweeps across the zone and throws a lot of guys off. Did a good job working a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll see if they make the move to Fago to try to close this out.
First pitch to Nakari, swung on and missed. 0-1. So Nakari shaking his head as he went back to the dugout, still upset with himself for dropping that foul ball. 0-1. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-2 now the count to Christian Nakari. Nakari now, Minor on deck. After him, Michael Ray. So the men due up here for this bottom of the 8th. Broken bat, it sounded like. Nakari grounded to second base, throw on to first, and that's going to be out number 1.
I did mention that Falgo might be coming in to close it out, but it looks like there's nobody up in that Saltcats bullpen. See if Coach Martinez decides to continue with Joseph out there to close it out. Definitely earned himself an opportunity for that.
Well, Fago did pitch 2 days ago in Cortland when it was not a save situation. They were losing by a score of 5-2 at the time, and Fago came in for, I believe, was the 8th. Even more fireworks out there past the Carrier Dome in right center field. That was a swing and a miss from Minor. Guess we didn't get the memo that today was day to unload all your unused fireworks from the 4th of July. Making for a pretty fun spectacle, though, as we come to the latter portion of this game. 1-1. That gets past the catcher. 2-1. Minor fouls it off. Count even at 2-2 now. Minor grounded out to second in the 6th inning. Flew out to right in the 5th. Struck out in the 2nd. Outside pitch there. Full count now to Patrick Minor. Another good at bat from Patrick Minor, staying alive. Fouls it off there. Count still at 3-2, only 1 out. Three-two pitch. Minor, that's going to be caught at shortstop. What a play. McLean O'Connor. He came in relief for Evans. Leaping grab as that had base hit written all over it. 2 outs now for the Saltcats.
Yeah, tremendous play there, really showing his pure athleticism there to jump up and grab that ball, and saw Patrick Minor go back to the dugout and kind of just shrug his shoulders, knowing there's nothing he can really do about that.
Michael Ray cuts and misses at the first pitch. It's really just a situation where you just have to tip your cap to the shortstop. So a pretty nice showcase from O'Connor of his vertical. It's now 2 outs for the Saltcats and Michael Ray. Count now even at 1-1 for him. A 1-1. It's a strike on the inside corner. Ray doesn't like it. Taps the 1-2 foul. Stay at 1-2. Well, the Saltcats trying to snap the 4-game losing streak. Would also most likely move Coach Martinez up higher on the win list in the NYCBL, listed at 7th all time right now. 1-2 pitch. Grounder to second base, slowly, and dug out by the first baseman on the throw, Steffen. So that's going to do it for the 8th inning. The Saltcats 3 outs away from winning this one here at the Onondaga Community College. Welcome back to the Onondaga Community College, where the Syracuse Saltcats have a 3-0 lead. Saltcats want to thank some of our sponsors for the 2018 season. Sponsors include Steel Locker Sports, athletic wear, athletic equipment, team sales. By Team Green Lawyers, PLLC, Green and Brennick Attorneys at Law. By Treelanders Tree Service. By Twin Trees 2 Restaurant, famous family restaurant, great food. By Wally's Belvedere Restaurant. In part by Central and Northern New York Building and Construction Trades Council, and in part by Gooseman Game Calls. Peter Joseph, he's back on the mound to finish off this game. Usually someone we see in a setup role, not usually as the closer role. Fago's warming in the pen, but it looks like they want to see if Joseph can finish it off himself here, as they need 3 outs to get this win over the Flames.
It looks like Fago's just lightly tossing, so he seems more like an insurance just in case Joseph doesn't have the same thing he's had the last 2 innings, but it's like really impressive the past inning and a third, coming and getting the strikeout, and then working a 1-2-3 inning last inning. We'll see if he's able to finish it off here in the 9th.
First man he's facing is Ruggiero. First pitch to him was a strike. Looks like the same stuff we've seen. That next pitch, a strike on the inside part of the plate. Absolutely filthy stuff from Joseph so far. That pitch curving all the way inside, starting out. The 0-2. That's going to be hit well into left field. Lawler going back, and he makes the catch. So 1 away, and Peter Joseph, 2 outs away, is very close fireworks there. Someone seems like they're shooting these off in their backyard or something right behind the stadium. Maybe we should tell them to wait for 2 more outs. Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to send that message across the street.
I agree with you there. I don't really know how to do that either. Definitely very close, though.
Joseph smiling on the mound as one goes off behind him. Jared Groskow's pinch hitting now for, looks like, Avenchi. That's a strike to him. Oh, 1 from Joseph. That's a strike. 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch from Joseph inside almost hit Groskow. One, two, the count with 1 out. Saltcats trying to hold on to this 3-0 lead here in the 9th inning. 1-2, popped foul. Gotta imagine it's not ideal to be pitching when those fireworks are going off so close behind you. As Joseph is doing well here, 1-2 now the count to Grosketh. Grosketh thought about it, but pitched just too far outside. 2-2 now. Vago still lightly tossing in the pen should they need him. 2-2. Pot foul again. Seems like they go off it about every time he comes to his set. The 2-2. Way outside. Count even now. Excuse me, the count is full at 3-2. Peter Joseph trying not to lose Jared Grosketh. Pitch is lifted, ranging to foul ground, and that's going to be out of play down the right field line.
Really long at bat here is Joseph's used to working pretty quickly in terms of how deep he's gotten in counts, and full count now, including 3 foul balls. Grosketh really working Joseph here in this pinch hit role.
Three, 2, still the count. The pitch. Outside corner, just missed. That's got to hurt. That looked good from up here, maybe just a little bit too far to the outside, and that's a walk of Grosketh.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been just off the block there, but umpire's been giving that to the pitchers all night. Really expected a strike there.
Here's McLean O'Connor. He made that circus catch over at shortstop in the previous half. Joseph misses there. Peter just needs to rally back so that the Saltcats don't have to pull Ian Fago out of the pen. The 1-0. That misses for ball 2. Again, looked good, maybe just a little bit low. Grosketh on first base. 1 out. 2-0 pitch. That one is in there for a strike. The 2-1, too far outside. No, never mind. Not too far outside. Had just enough on it to catch the corner. 2-2.
Really interesting to see that one called the strike, and that 3-2 pitch to Grosketh being called a ball.
Even count, 2-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Back to the right. Long couple of at-bats for Peter Joseph. Two-two the count to O'Connor. Pitch from Joseph. Fouls it off himself to stay alive. Count remains 2-2.
Joseph already working with 18 pitches in this inning. Only got 1 out. Really could use double play ball, otherwise Coach Martinez might be forced to be used, make the move to Fago.
That one is going to be shallow right field. Catch is made. Could have made the throw to first. Anderson elected to hold on to it. There are 2 down now. Looks like they're leaving Joseph in to face Netzel. He's got 2 down. Just 1 more for the Saltcats to snap this 4-game losing streak and get the oh-so-important win at home against the Onondaga Flames, who lead the entire Eastern Division. That pitch is a strike. Looked like he started off speed. The 0-1. That also falls in for a strike. Peter Joseph 1 strike away from ending this game and closing it out to perfection. 0-2 to Mike Netzel. The pitch from Joseph. That's going to be lifted to center field. Adam Holland coming in. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Grosketh rounding second base. He's going to head to third. Netzel going to hold up at first. Interesting close play over at third base. Christian Akari got the throw and tried to tag him out. They didn't get to it. Netzel stays at first, and that's a 2-out single that advances Grosketh all the way to third. And Peter Joseph's going to have to wait, try to get another batter. It's going to be Chair now after surrendering the single. First pitch to Chair now, outside corner, strike number 1.
Now we see Fago actually throwing some live pitches, seeing get that arm ready to go for in-game action. Got to think this is Joseph, the last guy he's allowed to face. Whether he gets him out or they make the move to Fago.
A 1-2 high, 1-1 now. One and one. Falls in for a strike. Joseph again needs just one more strike to finish off the game. Can he do it against Chair now? They've held the Onondaga Flames scoreless despite 8 hits. Looking for the combined shutout. Peter Joseph, the 1-2. That's going to be fouled off. Anticipation building here, Matt. Been at 2 outs for a little while now.
Yeah, it seems like they've been 1 strike away multiple times now. Chance of the double play, and now they've gotten 2 outs and the base hit. Now he's back to a 2-strike count. Really want him to shut the door here because Flames start to get on the board. They can get something going.
Joseph wanted a new ball there. One and 2 to Chair now. 2 outs. Salt Cats trying to close it out. Peter Joseph, the 1-2. That is in there for strike 3. Peter Joseph. He struck him out looking, and the Salt Cats win the game. A 3-0 win to snap a 4-game losing streak. Peter Joseph absolutely on fire from the mound, and the Salt Cats get the win over the Flames. Matt, we've seen some of these games recently that they don't get enough offense. They don't get enough defense. Tonight, they got both of it, shutting out the Flames, not just getting the win. That complete team shutout. And Peter Joseph and Zach Soder, the only 2 pitchers they needed, and they went all the way.
Yeah, definitely great to see. As you mentioned, only 2 pitchers used, and just a dominant performance on the defensive end for the Salt Cats. And offense wasn't going as great as we've seen it, but definitely doing enough to get the win. Home run by Taylor Fajardo, and then they did score another 2 runs in the 5th. So great team win by the Salt Cats, and overall just great pitching from Soder and Joseph.
Between the 2 of them, it was just so fun to watch. Just such great stuff, especially in what is an offensive game. I think it's fair to say baseball is now. It's just fantastic to see that kind of performance if you're a Salt Cats fan. And again, the way that the Salt Cats get the offense going, the home run for Taylor Fajardo, it seems like we're used to seeing it almost every time now. You got to think this win is a huge confidence boost going forward.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the Flames coming into the game. So it's such an offensive powerhouse, and being able to shut a team like that out. Salt Cats know they can rely on their pitching staff for sure. Sometimes they have some off nights, but that's definitely something they rely on. And if they can get these bats to continue to go, try to battle back in these standings.
So with 2 full weeks left in the season, the Salt Cats get another bump of a game up in the standings. They take down the first place Flames tonight. They'll be at Cortland for the game tomorrow, being Sunday the 8th at 2 p.m., so a little bit of an earlier game. And you can let the fireworks fly here as the Saltcats get the 3-0 win over the